Yeah, hello. Today I will show you how you can make 50 million a day doing a simple 5-minute quest. I call it the money printer of BDO, as I've been using this for over a year to generate a bit of passive income for myself in this game. And it involves building your own ship. I mean, it sounds easy enough, right? I'm here somewhere in the ocean, it's a Crow Island right here. But I'm gonna take you to the, well, probably the most well-known location for anything boat related. It's Port Ophelia, of course. And in Port Ophelia you have like a certain building which is called the shipyard. It's right here. And on the shipyard you can build a ship. That's pretty simple, right? The special part about this particular shipyard though is you can create level 3 ships, and that involves an Ophelia sailboat and an Ophelia frigate. Currently I'm building the Ophelia frigate right here. And yeah, you can equip it just as well. And if you click on manage crafting while you do it, you'll see it's like the very last ship you actually need to do. And it has like a few ingredients you need. You can buy the standardized timber, square jade, coral, the pine coal, the plywood, and the enhanced flex fabric from the marketplace, of course, or like create them yourself. Especially the timber squares, you can probably just like gather them yourself if you like. But if you decide, I don't want to gather anything, you can buy all these off the marketplace for 400 million. Now here's the kicker, of course. How much does this frigate sell for? Let me show you right here. We go to the shop, Central Market, and you can currently sell a frigate for 1.8 billion. So if I cash this in, I get probably like 1.6 billion or something with the value pack, resulting in getting 1.2 billion in profit. You won't always be that lucky though. Sometimes, you have to make do with getting a 1 billion only. It's really unfortunate situation, guys. And yeah, this frigate is of course a very sought after, because every person can only create one every 25 days max. And I tell you why, cause if we go back to Port Ophelia right here, you'll see there's one other ingredient needed, and it's called the Design Ophelia frigate. And this Design Ophelia frigate is needed 25 times, and you can only get it once per day. And I'm gonna show you how you can get it by switching characters to my dedicated character who just sits here at Port Ophelia and does the daily quest every day. Love to see it, alright guys. So up here is someone called Filiberto Falesi. I'm gonna show it to you on the mini map right here. You'll find him pretty easily. And you talk to him, and you say quest, and then it says Falesi, family kindness, and then he says blah blah blah. Yeah, and then you accept the quest. And right next to him you have like these crates, and you need to carry these get these crates down here. And I'm gonna just show you the shortest route, because that's how this works. And we're doing this quest in order to get this Design Ophelia frigate. As said, this is the daily quest, and this is the quest you're gonna do to earn like 50 million a day. And yeah, let's just get this finished. So we bring it to this guy. You can also, of course, also auto path here, but yeah, you just say yes, yes, and you do the next one. I like to use my Musa for it, cause you can just like zip back up. Oh, this looks kind of like Eventide here. Look at the sky. Yeah, it's the same sky. You even got like the stars. See, this is like Eventide, but in BDO. And yeah, you need to do this twice, of course. And yeah, you can bypass this like railing thing. All you need to do is auto pop forward, pressing T, open the map, close the map, and then you just glitch past it. And that's the daily quest. And this is like your only bottleneck. Make sure you select Ophelia frigate here. You might do some calculations and decide maybe, the Ophelia sailboat is more worth it. But I never do the sailboat because it's just not worth doing. I can show you right now why. Here it is, yeah. Alright, I don't do the Ophelia sailboat because you get the Ophelia ship license, no, the ship license Ophelia sailboat, which is essentially the boat, from the shining Shikato seals, and they just like, they toss you the shining Shikato seals every now and then. And at the very least, you get like 1 every 2 months. So as you see, you get like 5 and you need 15 in a month, and you can get like, you need 30 for the Furia sailboat. So like it's so easy to get. Usually like the market just plummets and you only get like 300 million for it. But they don't hand out the Furia frigate as easily, which is why I use this daily quest to get, as the only source. Like this daily quest is the only source to get the Furia frigate thingy. So this is only one component of this though, right? So now you made sure you get like this one component here from creating it. But you need like 1000 of the timber square, the jade coal ingot, and all this other stuff as I explained earlier. And this will, get you down to perhaps like 400 to 500 million, depending on the market rates. It doesn't cost too much as you find out, and you'll always get out with an amazing profit. Unfortunately, you will need to invest some contribution points. You need around 80 to 100 to get like a lot of lodging to make all this worth it, and to make sure that like your boat is being finished within like the 25 days it takes you to get these Etheria frigates here. So to keep the machine well oiled, you need to assess how much do I actually play the game actively. Like do I only log in once a day, or twice a day, or do I actually play this like for 5 hours a day? Because that determines how many workers you want to put into building this frigate. So here like a few things you can do. I would highly suggest that you like get every house in Port Etheria here that has lodging, and you can find lodging by going to the top right and typing in lodging. Make sure you do a capital L, otherwise it doesn't find it, and it tells you which houses which houses have lodging, and then you could just click on the corresponding houses and then upgrade the lodging to the maximum. You do this in Port Etheria, and you also do this in Calphion, because if you connect the nodes, as in by this node, and by all the nodes connecting these two cities, you can use workers from another city. So I've done this very prominently with Calphion City over here. And if we type this thing here in lodging in again, you'll see all the houses that have lodging, and then you just buy everything available here, or only as many as you need workers for. And then as you see, I got like 80 workers or something in here now, and they're all working on this Etheria frigate right here. I also put Heidel. I also put workers from Heidel to work on there, because there aren't really too many profitable nodes on Heidel. So I also stack the lodging on Heidel itself. Go to the worker list, that's like 30 more. That's pretty much how I oil my machine. So you have to spend like 100 contribution points sort of for the lodging and such. And of course, manually like assign them to work here. So how this usually goes down is, I can't show it to you right now. You need to put like the materials in the storage. So I have different materials in each city storage. So Port Etheria has like the jade coal ingots, for example. I have like the timber square sitting in Calphion City, and the enhanced flex fabric in Heidel, and then I assign the workers depending on each material. And I have like the pine coated plywood, which I buy in bulk. A few of them sitting in each city. And then I just make sure that all my workers can work on these things. And you can just put them on work on the maximum amount possible. And then if we go one step back, you'll see work in progress, 130 work things are being worked at. And if we make this calculation, then we can do like 3,800 divided by 130. And it would take us like 30 times of logging in to finish up this boat. So for 5 days, you probably need to log in a second additional day to like finish up the workers here. Because these workers, they only finish up the task while they're offline. But like they won't start the next task until you log in again. So always take this into consideration. So if you only log in once per day, which I sometimes only do, then it would take me 30 days to complete this with my current setup. So I'm quite content with it, because sometimes I log in twice a day. So I usually get it done within the 25 days. To make use of my fear of frigates and not stack them up unnecessarily. And that's like the whole secret to it. I'm not sure how well known this is actually, but what I do know is the frigate in particular is quite well in demand these days, especially with all the like ocean content and such being popular and such. So yeah, you can make quite a lot of money for it, and you might even want to bet on like the frigates going up even higher, perhaps above 2 billion or something. There are a few things you should consider though. So it goes a bit in depth right here. So if we look at something like the pine coated plywood, and this is always notoriously hard to get, you'll see there are like a lot of buy orders on this one. And if we look at the 3-month graph, you see everything you need to know. Yeah, you just have to queue up to buy it. So this might be something that you also have to put into your daily routine, just like putting in the max amount you can buy, which is only 50. Remember, you need 1,600 of these bad boys, and you can only buy 50 at a time. So yeah, if you see someone that's just selling thousands of them, you should definitely buy them up for like future frigates you plan to do. It kind of comes down to how well are you at supply management. So if you got an office shop, that would be like the perfect thing to do for you. You like gotta assess, how do I buy it the best and all that shit. Then you buy this, put like the buy order in, and then you just wait. And you usually get it within a few hours too, because like the gatherers and like the ones who process know about like the pine coated plywood as well, and they're just gonna process the coconuts for it. Which brings me to the underlying asset, coconut. If you find coconuts, you might just, if you're like low on pine coated plywood, pine coated plywood, you can buy the coconut, which is bottlenecking the production of this pine coated plywood, since you can only get it from like one node over at Valencia. So yeah, you like, maybe you put a buy order on this too. You can buy like 1,000 at a time, and then you can make around 200 to 300 plywood from this amount of coconut. So you can do, if you like do the buy orders on both, you should always have enough plywood, so don't worry about this. And of course the node right here, this is the coconut node here over at it's east of Valencia City, and you'll see there are like 2 palm timber with coconut nodes, and then you might be able to utilize them as well to make a few thousand coconuts over the month, and then you can use them to craft the plywood. But yeah, this is like the only hard material to get. And we got like the jade ingot. This is usually easy to get. Oh, you just type jade, usually it works out. Yeah, jade coal ingot. And then yeah, you'll see, you can like look at the graph, and I would suggest if you see it at a low price, maybe 200,000 is pretty good. But if it goes like to 150,000, just buy like a few thousands worth, so you got like enough jade coals for the frigates. And yeah, if you got a lot of capital, you can plan well ahead and make real good use out of these frigates and reduce the costs even more. Then we have timber squares, of course. Timber squares, there you go. Standardized timber square. This one is pretty cheap actually for what it is. You need 1,000 of these. Also put in a buy order. You can put in a buy order for 500, and within a month you should be able to get 2 of these orders filled and be good to make the next frigate right after. If you should really run low on these timber squares, which I mean usually it doesn't happen, you can just buy the usable scanding, which is like the underlying product here. And as you see, there's like, usually people sell this. And if you can't find usable scanting to make these timber squares, I mean, I've never seen that happen, but sure, let's see. You can just buy the logs, and then yeah, you just buy the logs itself. So yeah, you might have to pay like a premium of 50% to get like these timber squares, which will set you down like 50 million on your profits. It is what it is. And then you have the enhanced flex fabric right here. Yeah, this is you only need 450 of those. So what I've done is I just bought like 5,000 of those and just put them in a bank somewhere, just in case they shoot up or something. And they're so cheap. So I mean, look at this. You can buy 500 for 20 million. So I mean, with these like lower priced items, you can just buy them in real bulk and not really feel it. And yeah, even if you buy 10 times of these for each frigate you make, you would still only lose out on like 50 or 100 million profit. So yeah. Keep these things in mind. There's a bit of planning, and you need to kind of get used to like checking this weird frigate thingy in here, the building thing, and how you assign the workers, and how you like manage all this stuff, and how you put them in the certain storage area. The point is, with maximum, I guarantee you, for the first frigate you make, for a maximum of like 10 minutes of work per day, you can make 50 million. Just daily doing this, and you have like one big payday every month, and you can use it to, I don't know, to further your goals or whatever. So yeah, this is not only a perfect way to spend your time, but it's also a perfect way to spend your contribution points, because it beats pretty much every node you could invest it otherwise. And either way, I hope this is helpful to you. I hope I'm not crashing the frigate prices here. But yeah, I've made so much money from this, I might as well share this with you. Anyway, thanks for watching and goodbye.